and welcome to UTA Spotlight. I'm Angelina Armendariz and here are the top stories of this week. Engineering students are conducting research that could change the way we power our cell phones. Tracy Hill reports.
In the digital age of constant networking, people use their phones everywhere. Jasmine Hallam, a broadcasting student, says she uses Facebook on her phone all the time.
It runs the battery down a lot because I'm always on it, so that's the main app that runs my battery down.
Cell phones can't last all day after being used as a phone and a social media device. So, a professor at UTA designed a new way to charge a phone that's as easy as a wave. In a lab in Netterman Hall, Dr. J.C. Chow designed this tiny windmill that is sitting on top of a grain of rice and by a mosquito.
She designed it, we submitted for fabrication. 3 months later, we got a device. And she started testing them, and they did work like a charm.
He says his inspiration came from his partner, Dr. Smitha Rao, while she was watching her daughter play with a toy pinwheel. Dr. Chow assures that the cost will be low, but doesn't know exactly how much.
Making one device has the same cost as making thousands of them. The more you make it, the cheaper each device gets.
Students other than those in the communication department are interested in the device too. Camila Aguilar wants to know what it looks like first.
How it's going to look or be set up on whatever it is you plug it into.
Because the manufacturing process is still in its early stages, Dr. Chow does not know exactly what the final product will look like just yet. For UTA News, I'm Tracy Hill.
Another program that gives students the chance to gain experience is the music media program. One student is not part of this program, but he takes advantage of this. Omar Castillon met up with him and has the details.
Music makes people do extraordinary things. Sometimes the people making the music can be just as inspiring. Miles Schaefer mixes music and technology into sound engineering. He went to New York last year for an audio engineering convention as part of his recording class at UT Arlington. Despite meeting with big names behind famous artists, his journey was not without hard work and perseverance.
They started calling me Rim, DJ Rim, because of my wheelchair, my rims.
Schaefer was diagnosed with muscular dystrophy when he was in the 4th grade. His form of MD affects the hip and shoulder muscles.
I mean, I was still doing pretty good. Still could climb steps and stuff, but I'd have to do it differently.
Getting into the recording class was also a challenge for Schaefer since the class was geared towards music majors.
He still has room to learn, but that's the thing that I think he really excels in, is that he knows he has the room to learn, and so he's always coming in and trying new things, trying to learn new ideas that we talk about.
It's Schaefer's perseverance that drives him to pursue his passion for audio engineering.
Me being in a wheelchair has nothing to do with anything. If anything, it makes me a harder worker. So I look at things and I have to make things easier, and I have to think creatively to do what I do. I believe that's part of why I'm so good at it.
For UTA News, I'm Omar Castillon.
Students in the communication department produce media 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Vladimir Flores has the story.
Have you heard UTA's radio station? That's right, the university has its own radio station and it's called UTARadio.com.
UTARadio.com is a student-run online radio station. We promote music, we promote sports, we promote news, entertainment. So we have a lot of good variety of sound here at UTA and selection.
Yeah, UTA Radio started in its online form back in 2000 with just a limited run of calling some sports and just a little bit of student shows.
UTA Radio is one of the only 2 university stations in Texas that are part of the iHeartRadio, and the reason they play mostly indie rock is to try and promote local talent.
UTA students or people around Dallas-Fort Worth who kind of play the same music we're looking for and try to give them a platform to showcase their talent.
I usually go by ear. If it sounds good and it fits our format, it's going in.
And even though the station plays mainly indie rock, there's also room for other types of music. Estás en Hola, UTA.
You can listen to some hip-hop on It's a Chemical Reaction or the Saturday Morning Mix. EDM fans can tune into Technologic Radio and the Spanish latest music at Hola UTA. It's very easy to tune in. Just go to utaradio.com or go to the iHeartRadio and search for UTA Radio. And remember, they're online all the time. Vladimir Flores, UTA News.
Thank you for joining us on UTA Spotlight. I'm Angelina Armendariz. We'll see you next week.